America's public lands are really feeling the impacts of climate change. By burning fossil fuels, many of which are extracted from public lands in the first place, we're changing the Earth's climate system. We're increasing temperatures, we're changing rainfall patterns, species are dying, and ecosystems are suffering.
Our national parks are warming twice as fast as the rest of the country. Parks in the Southwest, my home, and the home of many of my fellow members here on this dais, are experiencing unprecedented aridity. That means less water for our ecosystems, which in turn means less water for our homes and our farmers, because we live in a deeply interconnected world where changes to one system impact all others.
If we allow climate change to continue unabated, what will this mean for districts like mine?
Continued climate change could continue to reduce water flow in the Colorado River, which threatens the level of the lake, which not only provides for the ecosystems in the area, but sustains the people of southern Nevada.
So the best science is showing us that national parks are feeling disproportionate impacts from climate change. Because these places are in such extreme environments, both up in the Arctic and in the high mountains and in the desert Southwest, we're seeing changes there at an extreme rate, and it's causing a disproportionate impact on our parklands when compared to the rest of the United States.
Climate change has melted 640 meters of ice from Muir Glacier. That's 2,100 feet, more than the height of One World Trade Center. In Yosemite National Park and across the West, climate change has doubled wildfire. In Rocky Mountain National Park and across the West, climate change has doubled tree death.
Almost a quarter of all greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. come from fossil fuels extracted from public lands or offshore waters. This will get much worse as the Trump administration continues its assault on land and water protections.
The core component that we have to take care of is addressing the root cause of climate change. We need to stop emitting greenhouse gases into the atmosphere from the combustion of fossil fuels.
We really need to find innovative policy solutions to meet the scale that we can act on right now without relying on technological solutions that don't exist and aren't currently available at scale and at the price range that we would need.
Should we be now placing a moratorium on issuing any new permits or any new leases for onshore and offshore oil, gas, and coal?
If our bottom line goal is to stop making this problem worse, I would say that would be a prudent course of action.
We need to pursue an economy that doesn't depend so heavily on fossil fuels. We need to pursue renewable energy projects, smarter land management, and push federal agencies to take climate change into account. We really need to adapt our world to a new normal. In order to do that, we're going to have to protect more places, and our public lands are a great place to start. We have these huge areas of intact habitats that protect migration corridors, that protect refuges for animals, and a lot of these places can serve the ecosystem services that we rely on every day. They preserve clean water, they preserve clean air, they create flood control benefits, and they really are essential to the way that we live our day-to-day lives. We have all the information that we need right now. We know the impacts, we know our next steps. It's time to act. We need to reduce emissions, and we need to protect our public lands, both to avoid the worst impacts and to help us adapt for the future.